Hey there, comic fans. You're watching Comic Yahud, and today, we're kicking off Chapter 4 of Tintin and the Dark Island. Let's roll. Suddenly, one of the firefighters spots the key just as a curious magpie eyes it as well. He urgently alerts his companions, pointing towards the bird with a sense of relief mixed with concern. The magpie, intrigued by the shiny object, hops closer, its beady eyes filled with curiosity as it considers its next move. The firefighters watch with bated breath, hoping the bird doesn't make off with their precious find. With a sudden flap of wings, the magpie seizes the key and takes flight, prompting the firefighters to chase after it, shouting for the bird to drop the stolen item. Their voices echo with a mix of urgency and frustration as they sprint down the street. Amidst the roaring flames, Tintin lies unconscious on the ground, surrounded by smoke and chaos. The fire crackles menacingly close, casting an eerie glow over his still form, while the heat intensifies around him. With determination, the firefighters race across a grassy field, their eyes fixed on the magpie fluttering ahead. The bird flits effortlessly through the trees, its cawing mocking the desperate pursuit below. One firefighter begins to climb a tree in a frantic attempt to catch the elusive magpie, while others watch with bated breath. Sweat trickles down their faces as they urge their comrade on, hoping to retrieve the stolen key. The firefighter triumphantly grabs the magpie's nest, shouting his success to those below, while the bird flutters away indignantly. As he clings to the tree, the nest tilts, sending round objects plummeting down. Below, two firefighters are caught off guard as the falling objects splatter onto them, leaving them drenched and startled. They wipe their faces in dismay, trying to regain their composure amidst peals of laughter from their colleagues. With the key finally in hand, the firefighters sprint across the grassy field, eager to complete their mission. Their faces are set with determination as they race towards their next task, leaving the chaotic tree scene behind. As they reach the building, the firefighters quickly locate the door, sweat glistening on their determined faces. One of them holds the key tightly, ready to unlock the door that stands in their way. The urgency intensifies as they fumble with the key, voices overlapping with commands to hurry. Their hands shake slightly as they attempt to fit the key into the lock, their collective focus on getting inside. Suddenly, a firefighter gasps, realizing with dismay that they've brought the wrong key. The team stands frozen in frustration, knowing their crucial task has hit an unexpected snag. A firefighter dashes with urgency, clutching the wrong key tightly in his hand, his face marked by determination to rectify the mistake. The world blurs around him as he races past a window, the flowers in the garden blurring into a sea of colors. The firefighter sprinted around the corner just as a woman came rushing from the other side, a key clutched tightly in her hand. Both moved with urgency, their paths converging in the heat of the unfolding chaos. In their haste, they crash into each other, keys flying from their hands as they stumble amidst a flurry of confusion and apologies. Stars spin above their heads as they both scramble to regain their balance and retrieve their keys, the urgency of the situation driving them forward. A woman scolds the firefighter named Fred, waving a key at him as he clutches his head. She reminds him that the key belongs to her jam cupboard, leaving him in a daze amidst the flowers. Meanwhile, a bright red fire truck speeds down a country road, its bell ringing loudly to signal its approach. Trees and a stone wall whiz past as it races towards its destination. In front of a smoke-filled building, Muller curses their misfortune as he sees the fire brigade arriving. His companion, Ivan, stands tense beside him, both aware of the dire situation. A firefighter urgently asks if anyone remains trapped inside the house, and the doctor reassures him that everyone has escaped. The firefighters quickly prepare their hoses to combat the flames, their faces etched with focus and concern. Snowy barked desperately at the firefighter's heels, but his cries went unnoticed. The firefighter, too busy with the growing emergency, rushed on without realizing the little dog was trying to warn him of Tintin's peril. Muller, now closer to the blaze, mutters to himself about needing to stop the firefighters from discovering something inside. His eyes dart nervously toward the inferno, holding the hose with a grip that betrays his inner turmoil. Muller seizes his moment as he notices the firefighters distracted, clutching a knife with determination to cut the water hose. He reassures himself that no one will notice his actions amidst the chaos. Suddenly, the hose bursts with a powerful spray of water, drenching Muller and causing a commotion. The firefighters are startled by the unexpected explosion of water, turning their attention to the source of the disruption. As the water gushes uncontrollably, one firefighter points accusingly at the soaked Muller, exclaiming that he cut the hose. Muller stands there, caught in his misdeed, as the others rush to address the situation, flames still licking the house behind them. Amidst the chaos, a scuffle breaks out as Ivan punches a firefighter off his feet, sending him tumbling to the ground. A bystander looks on in shock, caught off guard by the unexpected clash. In the midst of the confusion, Ivan urges Muller to flee, fearing that the situation has spiraled out of control. They sprint away as another firefighter lies sprawled on the ground, the fire still burning fiercely in the background. Watching from the sidelines, a firefighter ponders over the bizarre incident, perplexed about why the hose was cut. He stands with a hand on his chin, lost in thought as the scene unfolds around him. Suddenly, Snowy rushes up to the firefighter, barking frantically as smoke billows from the house behind them. Startled, the firefighter stumbles backward, an exclamation of surprise escaping him as he tries to regain his balance. Regaining his composure, the firefighter points sternly at Snowy, trying to calm the excited dog. He demands to know what's wrong, but Snowy continues to bark, desperate to communicate the urgency of the situation. The firefighter begins to understand Snowy's distress, pondering if there might be someone trapped inside the smoke-filled house. Realizing the potential danger, he follows Snowy's lead, concern etched on his face. The firefighter, determined to act, rushes forward, only to stumble slightly, surprised by the uneven ground. His exclamation reveals his startled state as he regains his balance and keeps moving. With urgency, he grabs a nearby ladder, his stride quickening despite the weight of his burden. He races towards the burning house, each step echoing his intent to reach the source of the danger. Arriving at the house, the firefighter places the ladder against the wall and begins to climb, smoke swirling around him. Snowy watches from below, barking encouragement as flames crackle ominously above. The firefighter bravely climbs the ladder, disappearing into the thick smoke as flames fiercely flicker around him. He vanishes through the window, committed to his mission despite the intense heat. Snowy, anxiously watching from below, wonders aloud why the firefighter hasn't returned. His concern is evident as he paws at the ladder, eager for any sign of movement. The ladder remains still against the smoky backdrop, with no sign of the firefighter. Flames continue to dance menacingly, casting flickering shadows on the walls as the situation grows more dire. Finally, a brave firefighter descends a ladder, cradling Tintin tightly as flames lick the window behind them, smoke billowing around them in a chaotic dance of danger and urgency. Tintin's safety becomes the sole focus as the officer navigates the perilous descent, his determination unwavering amidst the chaos. The next morning, Tintin lies in bed, his face etched with concern as he inquires about Dr. Muller's fate. The room is calm and sunlit, a stark contrast to the previous night's turmoil, as Tintin's questions hang heavily in the air. The firefighter, seated beside Tintin, regretfully explains that Dr. Muller escaped, his words conveying the frustration of a missed opportunity. A doctor stands nearby, listening intently, as the narrative of pursuit and evasion unfolds, leaving Tintin with an unresolved sense of urgency. Tintin sits on his hospital bed, pondering the urgency of finding out why his adversaries were so eager to eliminate him, hoping the fire hasn't destroyed all evidence. His determination to uncover the truth leads him to believe clues might still exist at the house. A concerned doctor questions Tintin's decision to leave bed, but Tintin insists he's perfectly fine, eager to pursue his investigation. His resolve is evident as he prepares to leave the confines of the hospital room. Tintin, with Snowy by his side, walks confidently down a picturesque country road, his mind set on returning to the house for further investigation. The charming surroundings stand in stark contrast to his determined quest for answers. Tintin arrives at the entrance of Dr. Muller's property, the gate slightly ajar, inviting him into the mystery beyond. Snowy trots beside him, eager to explore the path lined with towering trees. As they approach the house, Tintin stops abruptly, his eyes widening at the sight of the charred remains of Dr. Muller's once grand residence. Heavens, he exclaims, noting the desolation and destruction that has left the building gutted. Disheartened, Tintin muses aloud that he won't find anything useful in the ruins, his determination momentarily faltering. Snowy sniffs around, oblivious to the hopelessness that hangs over the remnants of the house. As Tintin stumbles upon something unusual on the ground, his curiosity piques, and he bends down to examine it closely. Snowy looks on, intrigued by Tintin's sudden interest in the rubble. Tintin discovers a cluster of electric cables buried beneath the debris and wonders aloud about their purpose, his voice filled with a mix of confusion and curiosity. Snowy stands by attentively, sensing the shift in Tintin's focus. Determined to uncover more, Tintin follows the cables as they stretch further into the ruins, speaking his thoughts as he pulls them along. Snowy trots beside him, eager to assist in this unexpected discovery. Tintin, puzzled by the mysterious cables, wonders aloud about their destination as he and Snowy navigate through the dense forest. His curiosity is piqued by the unexpected discovery, driving him to find answers. Stopping in his tracks, Tintin stares at the cables that seem to vanish into a thick tree trunk, a question mark hovering over his head. Snowy stands by, equally intrigued, as they both ponder this new twist in their adventure. With determination, Tintin grabs hold of the cable and pulls with all his might, hoping to uncover the secret hidden within the tree. Snowy watches intently, ready to spring into action as the mystery unfolds further. Suddenly, a loud crack echoes through the air, causing Tintin to look up in surprise, the cable slipping slightly from his grasp. His expression is filled with confusion as he tries to understand the source of the noise. Before he can react, a large branch with big lamp crashes down, hit him on his head as he stumbles backward with a startled expression. Snowy leaps aside, avoiding the debris as the branch hits the ground. Tintin sits on the grassy ground, rubbing his head as he stares at a peculiar red beacon that has fallen. Bewildered, he mutters to himself, trying to piece together why such an object would be hidden in the tree. Tintin, holding a wire, walks purposefully through the trees, while Snowy looks on with a hint of impatience. Tintin explains that the wires continue, determined to uncover where they lead, despite Snowy's playful complaint. Spotting another light by a tree, Tintin's curiosity deepens as he remarks on this new discovery. Snowy follows closely, intrigued by Tintin's persistence in unraveling the mystery. Tintin presses on through the underbrush, the wire guiding him deeper into the unknown. Snowy trots alongside, both vigilant and curious about what might lie ahead. Tintin halts abruptly, eyes widening as he notices another wire running up a nearby tree. Snowy tilts his head with curiosity as Tintin exclaims about the third discovery. Pondering, Tintin realizes that the wires connect 3 trees in a triangle, triggering a deeper thought process. He stands with a contemplative hand on his chin, sensing a pattern. Suddenly, a spark of insight lights up Tintin's face, and he triumphantly declares his understanding. His excitement is palpable, and Snowy seems to share the moment of revelation. Tintin eagerly explains his discovery to Snowy, pointing at a map and deciphering a cryptic message about flares in a triangle formation. His words carry a sense of urgency as he realizes it's a signal for a waiting aircraft. Meanwhile, in a dimly lit room, Muller and Ivan discuss the impending arrival of another plane that night, expressing concern over financial strains and the necessity of the signal for the delivery to proceed. Muller outlines a plan to Ivan, detailing how they must light the beacons for the plane to drop its load, which they intend to quickly transport and flee the country by morning. Ivan agrees, confident they can execute the plan successfully. As night falls, Ivan and Muller stealthily make their way through the dense forest, their silhouettes barely visible against the darkening sky. They move with purpose, intent on reaching their destination without being detected. Suddenly, Ivan notices something amiss and alerts the chief, pointing out that the installation cables have been tampered with. Muller spots the lit beacons in the distance, realizing their plan has been compromised. Panic sets in as Muller urgently instructs Ivan to help him extinguish the lights before the plane arrives. They frantically begin cutting the wires, knowing their escape could be jeopardized if they fail. Ivan, visibly worried, points out to Muller that their efforts have failed as the lights remain stubbornly illuminated. The chief's frustration is evident, knowing the plane's arrival is imminent. Meanwhile, Tintin sits under the cover of trees, pondering aloud if their expected visitors will appear that night. Beside him, Snowy rests quietly, both sharing a moment of anxious waiting. Suddenly, the distant rumble of an engine reaches their ears, causing Tintin to sit up with alertness. Snowy, equally startled, senses the change, and they both look up, questioning the source of the sound. In the sky above, a silhouette of a plane flies with a determined purpose, its pilot confirming it's time to drop as the ground lights up below. The engine's roar grows louder, signaling the start of a mysterious operation. Below, Muller and Ivan are caught off guard, their expressions a mix of frustration and urgency as they spot the plane overhead. They realize they might be too late to prevent what's about to unfold. As the plane flies on, a package is released, cascading towards the earth with precision. The operation continues, leaving onlookers below to wonder about its mysterious contents. Tintin, with a look of surprise, exclaims about the mysterious object dropped from the sky. His curiosity is piqued as he gazes upward, wondering about its purpose. Determined to uncover the truth, Tintin dashes forward with Snowy by his side, eager to investigate the fallen package. The two race through the underbrush, driven by the need to discover what secrets it holds. As they charge ahead, Muller and Ivan hidden in the shadows express their frustration at Tintin's unexpected involvement. Their voices hint at a deeper plot, with Tintin now unwittingly caught in their scheme. High above, a plane releases an object into the sky, its pilot announcing, "Two away," as the mysterious package descends rapidly. Tintin and Snowy are startled by a loud thump nearby, as another object crashes down, prompting Tintin to exclaim, "Another," in surprise. Realizing the proximity of the latest impact, Tintin reassures himself that finding this one will be easier than the first as he and Snowy sprint towards the source. Tintin races forward with Snowy at his side, unaware of the menacing figures lurking in the bushes. Muller clutches a gun tightly. His mind races with possibilities of what he might discover as his curiosity propels him onward. Overhead, a plane releases a mysterious package with the phrase, "Last one," echoing from its cockpit. The package descends rapidly, adding a new element to Tintin's quest. That's the end of this chapter. If you're enjoying the story, continue to the next one and don't forget to like and subscribe for more comic adventures on Comic Yahud.